In this video, I press a button, point at the sky, and Lizzie claps her hands. Welcome to this episode of the MicroPilot.
Shut up.
Cinematography. Fun fact, why do women have smaller feet than men? So they can stand at the kitchen counter closer. We can't be sexist anymore. Women are also pilots. Because of the inversion layer outside, I don't want to just rely on my chart work today, so I'll hopefully be taking Sky Demon up with me. All four of these aren't in use today, so we can take all of them up if we want, but I'll only take two up.
Oh, go on. Yep. Oh, sunglasses on, she's getting serious. Do you want us help?
What?
Having a key. Tom, are we actually going to get going?
Okay, so GoPros are still recording, all good to taxi. Check brake and compass when we taxi. Going off runway 06 today, wind's pretty much straight down it, which means we'll probably have a crosswind at Dunsfold. There's traffic around us, one just landing now over the trees. We'll move to the holding point. Radio's set in correct. I'll tune in, what's it called? Dunsfold's frequency, 119.105. 119.105, yep, we're on Deanland's frequency, 129.73. Perfect. Okay, still clear around us. Deanland radio, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor, touching to the hold for runway 06. Flap set is required, we're going to go one stage of flaps. And carb heat off, yep. Carb flap open, don't have it, cabin heater off, which it is. Brilliant, we're all set for takeoff, are you happy to go?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Clear your side?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Deanland radio, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor entering 06 for the immediate takeoff. There's no one on final, can't see anyone on base or downwind. Got to enter the runway here. My abort point is about halfway down the runway. Runway is clear. Ready?
Yep.
All good. Okay, airspeed is rising. Just hold it back. Right crosswind.
Shall I go for them Tango
Radio control, guys.
backtracking to 06?
Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah.
Good. Right, so we're off nicely. We're above 300 foot. Flaps away. Engine T's and P's are fine. Come back to a bit of a cruise climb now. Okay, see what I meant about the visibility?
Yeah.
Okay, we're above 1,000 foot. Fuel pump off. Engine T's and P's are fine. We're going to go to the left.
Oh my god.
Deanland radio, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor is departing the airfield towards Lewis, 2,000 foot. So, how are you? Good?
Yeah.
Nice. It is a very nice day actually, very smooth.
Is
Nice
that
and hot.
over there?
Sorry? Pardon?
Is there like aircraft over there?
There is actually, thanks for that. I spotted him. Okay, we're now at 2,000 foot. Gonna level out. Power back for the cruise. Trim out. And hello guys, welcome to this episode. It's a nice sunny day. We are just about to go overhead Lewis, and we're doing a trip that I've wanted to do for a good little while now. We're off to Dunsfold. Yay! Shut up. I'm with Lizzie today. Yet
Hello.
again, another friend from the Uni Royal Naval Unit. And I'm just ticking off a bit of a bucket list today. Wanted to land at Dunsfold for a while. Interesting airfield. I think it might be the biggest runway I've ever landed on. You know, we'll see the 747 there, and we'll be landing on the runway where they actually did all the Top Gear filming and everything. So that'll be really cool and really interesting. It's a bit of a navigation exercise for me today as well. I've never been that way before. I've been westerly, but only along the coast to Sandown and Leon Solent before. So we are off to sort of northwestish. So it'll be interesting to fly that way. But just to back me up today, I've got Sky Demon with us. I've actually brought 2 tablets up just in case. Bit of an inversion layer today, so the visibility isn't the best. But it's a really nice sunny day, so there's kind of no reason to not go flying. Okay, right, I'm going to see if the screen recording software stuff works, because I forgot to turn it on before we went. Record. Okay, so what I will do is, we are non-transponder equipped today. It is legal, we're not going in any controlled airspace or anything like that. It just means we need to keep a really good lookout. I'm not going to speak to Farnborough, because we sort of don't need to. You know, I've got Sky Demon with me to avoid Gatwick's airspace. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor Farnborough. So we've got a little function on our radio, DW, see there?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what DW stands for, but it means we can listen to the standby frequency, but it prioritises the frequency that we're active on, if you know what I mean. So if anyone talks on that, we will hear them, it'll prioritise them, and anytime we transmit, it'll always be on the active frequency. So Farnborough East is 123.225. So what people normally do, they call up, give a position, and all of that. So if we're at least listening to that, we know. We can sort of get an understanding of where people are.
Oscar November, descend immediately, you're inside controlled airspace.
Oh, someone's inside controlled airspace now. Wow. Tut tut. Okay, so on here, like I've got here, my first, we've gone past that leg now. Our first heading is 310, so you can see we're sort of on 310 now.
Mike November Delta, we're DA42, Shoreham to Shoreham, routing direct to Seaford and Shoreham. Currently 20 miles
so he said
from Shoreham.
He said he's Shoreham to Shoreham, which means he's flying out of Shoreham and landing back there. But he said via Seaford, so we know he's like going in that direction, so I don't need to worry about him. Obviously, you need a good understanding of airspace and where things are.
What's your next turning point?
This means we need to pass it over to our tame racing pilot. It's going to be really interesting landing there. I know my dad's quite jealous I'm doing this. He's back up in Manchester, so we couldn't really do this. But yeah, you know, just landing on the Top Gear runway. Just burp, man. Okay, I'm just going to let Deanland know I'm changing frequency. I'm not going to change frequency from Deanland, but I'm going to be way too far away before I change to Dunsfold, so I'll just let them know I'm sort of heading out now. Deanland Radio, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor is currently Burgess Hill, 1,900 foot. Off to Dunsfold, just going to monitor Farnborough Love on 123.225. Oh, do you know what I might do? I'm going to listen to music.
Is that allowed?
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
Okay.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear it.
Oh, brilliant.
Because it's only through this headset. But if you haven't seen the review on this headset that I did, it's on the channel. I think it's the video I did before this one I'm going to upload. So go check that out. Oh no, it wasn't. I did a what's in my flight bag, which was my last video. And then the one before it was a review of this headset. So go have a look at that if you want to see what it's like. And I actually do a in-flight demonstration of the Bluetooth, which I've not seen on a review video before, because you have to put a microphone inside the headset to be able to do that. Okay, bit of music. It's just so relaxing playing music, I think.
Can't relate.
Sorry. Okay, so we're over Burgess Hill. Our next heading is 288. So just a quick check. Engine T's and P's are fine. All temperatures rising as we expect because the engine gets warmer the longer it runs. Location, we are over Burgess Hill. Well, just getting to the end of it now. We are now on course and on track for where we want to be going. So the trick to navigation is you look at the ground, recognise things, and then try and match it on the map. Because if you look at a shape of a town on the map, and you look at the town down there, and you try and make it look like what you can see on the map. So we've got an aircraft in front, see the black dot? They're very hard to spot.
Yeah.
Very hard to spot. He's going from left to right, so that means we can see his right wing, which means he'd have a green light, so green means go, which means we have right of way basically. You know navigation lights.
No.
She's in the naval unit and doesn't know anything about navigation lights.
I do a little bit.
More importantly, doesn't know anything about collision avoidance, but you know.
Not a pilot.
No, but to be fair, collision avoidance in aircraft is pretty much the same as on ships.
Radio, good afternoon, November 449, Tango Alpha.
Just look out your backside, please. Just have a look for aircraft.
Backside.
Yeah,
You're all clear.
do us a favour, look at your backside for me. Okay, I want to descend now. So we are starting to get close to Gatwick's airspace. That's at 1,500 foot. So we want to now drop down to, I'm aiming for about 1,100 feet.
There's a thingy there.
Yeah, that's way too high to even consider us. I guess low level over big stretches of uncontrolled airspace, you want to worry about obviously private aircraft and fun flying basically, or low flying military aircraft. But you rarely see them. I did see a Chinook though. I was about 1,500 foot and he was hogging the ground and it was just this black shadow moving across the ground. It's like, it was kind of creepy, do you know what I mean? Just like, just shows how low they can go and stuff. Okay, so I'm at 1,100 foot now and we just want to keep this. Okay, so do you want to go? The aircraft's nicely trimmed out now, so look, I can just hands off and it just flies like I want it to. But what you can do is hands on here, yeah? Don't use that, or don't click any buttons, just hands on here.
Yeah.
And you can go right, left, up, or down. But we don't want to go up because of airspace. And just have a feel. Just, you know, don't do any movements too quick. Just have a nice little feel of what it's like.
Why are we going that way?
Why is it going that way? Coming from the one who's controlling it.
That's not what I'm pressing.
That was great. I think I can see Dunsfold actually. See all those white things over there?
White things.
You've got like a line of white stuff.
Oh no.
I think that might be it there. What? Hey. 119.105. I'm going to listen to Dunsfold now. See if anyone's talking.
There's a phaser.
Thank you. That's an airliner. I think that's the closest to an airliner I've ever been. But the airspace isn't that far above us, to be honest. So. Okay, I'm going to turn the music off now. And I'm going to call Dunsfold. Dunsfold Radio, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor. Inbound.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Lima Dunsfold.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor is Deanland to Dunsfold 2 POB, inbound to land. We are northwest of Billinghurst VRP at 1,200 foot. Any airfield information to join, please?
Currently we're estimating about 140 at 10 and our QNH is 1032. There's one other aircraft about to go on the runway but not entered yet.
1032, one aircraft about to go on the runway. Copy the traffic. I'll let you know what runway I'm thinking in a second. Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor.
Yeah, probably best the way the windsock is at the moment. It's probably a bit light and variable. Possibly 07 might be easier for you.
Copied. Stand by. Golf Alpha Victor. Okay, that's fine. Right.
Golf Uniform 0, Dunsfold.
Uniform says ready for departure.
Are you using 07?
There's the airline. There's
The
7
windsock say more or less across, so yes, I will.
Roger, that's covered. Got one inbound, not here yet. Last known Billingshurst. Runway 07 it is.
Okay, Uniform says entering runway 07.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Victor has joined downwind for runway 07.
Alpha Victor, Roger. We've got one Europa taking off runway 07. If you can keep a lookout for him for me, please, and let me know when you have him in sight.
Copied. Visual with the aircraft on the runway now, just downwind now, so turning base sometime soon.
Gentlemen, you're number one. The other aircraft will be departing shortly.
Copied. Golf Alpha Victor.
And Uniform says visual with the downwind traffic. And rolling runway 07.
Roger, and don't forget we've got the modelers operating on the centre of the field.
Yeah, visual there, thank you.
Okay, so we are downwind of the runway for joining from runway 07. So, 12 fun checklist. Trim is fine. Wind is 140, so we're using runway 07. Activity 1 taken off now. There's no one else I'm aware of. There's model aircraft flyers in the middle of the airfield somewhere. Security hatches and harnesses are fine. Doors are closed. Everything. Fuel pump on. Quantity is sufficient. Undercarriage brake is unlocked, and needle engine temperatures and presses are fine. So let's turn base now. Now we wanted to start descending as well. Tends to help, you know, when you channel land. So see the guy taking off now? At the end of the runway? Cool. Okay, we're in the white arch, one stage of flaps, nose down so we don't lose any airspeed. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, so I'm looking out to my left for any joining traffic that we're not aware of. Can't see anyone, lifted the wing, so we're now going to turn onto final now. Golf Alpha Victor, final runway 07. Visual, runway clear, visual with the aircraft just departed.
Victor, Roger.
That was a bit wobbly. This is cool. I think that's a VC-10 as well. Wow. An XREF transport aircraft there. So runway's clear. Nothing to affect. We've got a nice approach going. Oh, and you can see all the red markings on the, you know, for all the racing and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a very smooth landing.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Golf, Uniform says clearing to the northwest, lifting out at Farnborough, and call you again from the inbound from the south in about 20 minutes.
Philip Hall here, just see you later, Andy.
Golf Alpha Victor, request parking information.
Yeah, I'll be all the way down to the left beyond that twin stairs now. There's a parking area down there. There are loos on the other side adjacent to there, but the trading estate itself is pretty much all closed up today. There's nothing else going on.
Okay, great. Just turning left now onto next to the twin. Any place where we pay our landing fees?
Now, they're all closed today. You'll have to give David a call on Monday if you're the same person you spoke to on Friday.
Copy, Golf Alpha Victor. Yeah, nice and easy.
If you want to do a couple of circuits, you're more than welcome to. There's nothing else known.
Copy, Golf Alpha Victor. I might do that. I'll just shut down for about 10 minutes and then we'll get airborne again.
No problem at all.
Oh, yeah. So if we we want to do... Oh, we can do a few circuits. Okay, all engine temperatures and pressures. I just burped again. That's fine. Everything electrical off.
Cool.
Ooh. Okay, so we've yeah, we've made it to Dunsfold. Made a few wobbly radio calls, but because it's all air ground, it doesn't matter too much. But you know, I like to get it right. It's nice landing on a runway this big, actually. I might do one circuit before we depart and go back. This is cool though. Like seeing the 747 and landing on the same runway. They film Top Gear and everything. One thing I didn't look to see is if they still have Top Gear on top of the hangar. I didn't even think to look for that. So if we do a circuit, we can have a look. But basically, we can't. I'm afraid I can't get out and film on the ground because they're not keen on people filming because of all the businesses here and everything. But thanks for coming along on the flight, and I might upload the video of the flight back. So I just can't even think of what to say anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna cool down a bit, chill out, you know.
Chillax.
We've
Should have bought your sandwiches.
Oh yeah. We've got the aircraft for the rest of the day, so we can just take as much time as we want to, really. So yeah, thanks for coming along, and check out all the other videos, and if you'd like to consider subscribing, that'd be brilliant. See you again.